Hi guys, it's me again. It's my second video for the day. I am filming back-to-back videos. You can see that I look the same as in the last video. Today I am doing more of a niche perfume video. I will be talking about the latest release from BDK, also a bit of an older fragrance, and I have one from New Note. So I will start with the latest hype, the latest craze, the perfume that everyone must have for summer. The perfume is called Impadia. Impadia, it is so hyped at the moment. For one half, it is love at first sniff, and for the other half, it is maybe not so a special perfume. It is a bit polarizing. So I decided I was gonna test this perfume for a couple days before buying it, because I did not want to buy it blind based on what I was seeing online. It took a little bit of time to get here, but now I am able to go in and sniff these perfumes in the Perfumerie. I did it 2 weeks ago. I did it again last weekend. I am coming back from the city again today. I wanted to sniff and have it prior to giving you guys my final impressions. My first impressions with Impadia when I first tried it, it was not love at first sniff. What I did get in the opening, it was a sweet, tarty, fruity opening, which was reminiscent a bit of pomegranate. It was not off-putting, but it was not what some people said. It is like a Fanta Cola, and the other half said it was a perfect mix of guidance and Delina. It was a relatively normal opening and fruity, tart, and pomegranate. This is what I was able to get. It is a complex fragrance, and as the journey continued, the perfume, it did get better. It gained a bit of body, and a beautiful rose note did come out. I did love this rendition of rose. It was not a very sweet rose, not too heady floral. It's a very modern rose accord with still a bit of freshness to it. It's a very vibrant rose, but it was not extraordinary. I also did look at some perfume commentary about this offering, and it was also, you can say, a bit torn, polarizing. Some people did think that for BDK this perfume was maybe a bit too simple. When I sniffed the perfume, the way it reacted on my skin, it is a perfume which is very much in vogue with the trend. I must say the opening, it is very juicy. Not too sweet, not cloyingly sweet, but it is a juicy opening. So it is a very modern, very not juvenile, but it is quite a vibrant and young perfume. Nothing that I would say very classy, very sophisticated. It's more of a playful perfume. If I do pick up this perfume, and I am still spraying it whenever I go into the Perfumerie, it will be for the dry down. It has a beautiful, alluring dry down. When I am coming home, you know, on the train, every now and then I get a whiff of myself florals. It is very playful, very beautiful, the dry down. But I am thinking, the perfume, it did not say immediately to buy me. It is the type of perfume that needs to grow on me. I do love catching whiffs of myself when I wear this perfume, hours later. It has very good projection and the lasting power, it is over average. In terms of quality, it is a nicely composed fragrance with high quality ingredients. I think for people who are used to BDK, it's a house that I do love. The perfumes are a bit more, the older perfumes, you can say a bit more serious. When I bought Gris Chanel, I smelt it and immediately it was something very different, a different take on Iris. It was not a perfume that I said, oh, I have smelled this here and I have smelled this there. It said to me, you need it in the collection. But this perfume, when I smell it, sometimes I am thinking maybe if I were to mix a juicy citrus perfume, maybe a grapefruit perfume, something like Balcon Mediterranean, and if I were to mix it with a very nice vibrant rose perfume, maybe I could get a similar type of scent. But the dry down, it is beautiful, a bit bewitching. But the opening, the journey, it did not fully capture me until maybe I would say an hour after having the perfume on my skin. So with that said, it's a perfume I will keep trying, playing with, and maybe at some point it will grow on me. But in the meantime, there are a lot of other perfumes that I can add to my collection. Based on some of what I had read, I was thinking I will most likely come home with the perfume. But this did not happen, guys. What I did come home with, it is Velvet Tonka, which I did love. The first time I smelt it, and it has been on my list for a very long time, so I finally decided to bring this one home. So my trips to the BDK counter, it was not all in vain. I came home with a love, a perfume I have tested over time, and I do know I will get a lot of wear out of it. This one, it is called Velvet Tonka, and it is a very silky gourmand almond fragrance. But at the same time, it is not too foody. There are many facets to Velvet Tonka, different notes to decipher, to discover. It is not very simple. I am able to decipher, sniff, enjoy a lot of the accords and notes in this perfume when I am wearing it. Velvet Tonka presents a very beautiful and rewarding journey, if I can put it that way. The notes are almond, orange blossom in the top. The heart, it's tobacco and rose oil. The base, it's tonka bean, bourbon, vanilla. There is amberwood and amaris. I don't know if it has gone a bit out of style, but I was happy to see it in a Velvet Tonka, and I am able to sense this beautiful note. I guess these days maybe more pine or other resinous notes are being used, but it's beautiful in here. The almond note in the opening is very pure. It is not yet foody or dense. When I smell it, it is almost like smelling a very light, luxurious massage oil. Not the type of almond note that you would have in baking. As the scent gets down to the dry down, it becomes a bit the more traditional almond note, but in the opening it is quite fragrant and light, and it is not an almond with a bitter note. Velvet Tonka, it is gourmand, but not too busy and overburdened, you know, with vanilla. The florals are done very softly in here. They do not overpower this nice, delicate almond note, and it is the same with the vanilla. It does have a silky vanilla note, and it enters the perfume very softly. It does not disturb the very delicate balance. To be honest, I do not get any tobacco in the perfume. If anything, it might be a sweet tobacco, and there is a bit of sweetness in the background. However, the amarice, it is beautiful in here. It does add a nice touch of green, but it's very faint. Tonka bean rounds this off, and what remains, it's a beautiful tonka bean laced with almonds and some soft floral notes. Velvet Tonka, the name, it really fits the perfume because the dry down, everything about this, it's very silky, very smooth. It flows, feels opulent and luxurious when I spray the perfume. Beautiful sillage, it does project, and the longevity, it is above average. I wouldn't say it's next day, but when I spray this in the morning, I can still smell it around 8 p.m. It is more, I would say, of our fall, winter, spring perfume, maybe on cold summer days, but it might be a bit too much for extreme heat. But it is so beautiful. It does open. I would say if I am in the mood for it, I would wear it in summer. This is one of my favorites from BDK. I do have Gris Chanel. I do not wear it very often because I did find a dupe from French Avenue, which is called Francique 65.5. And ever since I got this one, it has become my Gris Chanel, so I do not wear Gris Chanel very much. The other BDK perfume that drives me nuts, it drives me wild, it is Crème de Cuir. This is so lovely, and I have found an almost one-to-one dupe also from French Avenue. It is called Meringue. It is this one here. I just went and picked them up, and this is Francique 65.55. For those of you who love Crème de Cuir or Gris Chanel, these are two fabulous inspirations that I have found. Meringue, it is almost one-to-one, and I love Francique very much because this one, it has a nice twist. The problem with Gris Chanel, I never know in which weather to wear it. But these are just two little tips I wanted to give you guys, you know. I did see that, which brand is it? Arabiat in their Aras perfume line. They do have an inspiration for Velvet Tonka. I will pick this up the next time I do a sample haul, and I will come back and let you guys know how close it is. Next up, it is from New Notes, Cocktail Maracuja. I was interested in this passion fruit perfume when it came out because the notes, they looked so inviting, and I did buy. It is called Latte Mimosa. This one was the latest release, I believe. So, and it was such a beautiful mimosa fragrance. I do have a review already posted on the channel. So when I did buy Velvet Tonka, I got a sample of Cocktail Maracuja, and it was a good reminder. I am not going to read out the notes, in Cocktail Maracuja, because there are so many notes, and when I sampled the perfume and played with it, a lot of the notes I could not get. This is a very crisp, more on the clean side take on passion fruit. I was greeted by a very juicy passion fruit laced with ginger, a very aromatic ginger. When I sprayed this, it is gorgeous and a beautiful perfume for spring and summer. There are some light berry notes in the background, but it is a perfume where passion fruit is on show. If you are a passion fruit lover, I love to eat passion fruit, I love to smell passion fruit, this is definitely one for you. The other spicy notes in here, they are ghosting me a bit. I will leave the notes on top. They are not pronounced at all because I looked at the notes and I was thinking, wow, this will be very busy. I was expecting a heavier, maybe more gourmand passion fruit fragrance, but it's not. This ends with a bit of woodiness, fresh woody, leaning maybe a little bit resinous because there is cedar in the base of the perfume, so it is not all passion fruit and sweet. It's more, I would say, fresh tart than sweet passion fruit. Despite the notes, Cocktail Maracuja, there is very little complexity, but at the same time it's beautiful because a maracuja note, a maracuja cocktail, if you call it that, it is so purely presented. And if you are wanting passion fruit, then this perfume, it will not fail you. It's very pretty, very wearable, and I will put it on my list. The other passion fruit perfume that I do have, it is from Lattafa Sakaeena. This one also has a beautiful passion fruit note, but it's laced with plums. This is Sakaeena. This is a beautiful perfume, and it needed quite a bit of time to sit, but another one, if you like passion fruit, that I can recommend. I am loving Sakaeena, but due to the plum note, this one, it's a bit more gourmand, a bit more on the heavier side. This is pure passion fruit laced with woods and a bit of spicy ginger. The fragrances that I have tried from New Notes, they are beautiful fragrances. and they are Extrait de Parfum. I mean, one problem that I do have with Latte Mimosa, it's a beautiful rendition of Mimosa, but it is very strong. They have to be dosed carefully, and the quality of the perfumes, they are exceptional. I do not see a lot about this brand, about new notes. You know, these days they were extremely popular some years ago. Not that they are not popular anymore, but you know, you don't see them in the feeds every day like they used to be. So this is a nice one to watch out for. Try it if you are in the Parfumerie at the counters. If you are looking for passion fruit, it's definitely full bottle worthy. Beautiful perfume, quite pure, not busy, and a summer delight, you know, like a Maracuja cocktail. This is a perfume that would be perfect for wearing in the summer when going to lunch or brunch. It is not a perfume for evening time. It does not have the depth. A beautiful daytime perfume for play. Put it that way. Please do not forget to like and subscribe if you've made it this far in the video. I do appreciate you guys. Please remember to give me a thumbs up. Send me some comments to keep me company, you know, in the comment section of the video. I do have a lot of fun with this, so don't be shy. A lot of the commentary, people do give nice recommendations, which I do like. Yeah, guys, keep it coming. So thanks again for watching, and hope to see you soon on my channel. Tschüss!